I want to talk about a move that the Trump administration is making that is one of the most underhanded and deeply immoral things that I can imagine doing if I had any government power. And it has to do with the EPA and them reclassifying some pollutants to trick you into believing that you are at less of a risk of dying than you actually are. So let's walk through this. The EPA had originally forecast that eliminating the Clean Power Plan and replacing it with a new measure would have resulted in an additional 1,400 premature deaths every year. The new analytical model that they're considering right now would significantly reduce that number. So understand that nothing fundamentally is actually changing except for the law. So we have the law intended to reduce deaths. They're going to ease regulations on that, which is a good move if you're a CEO of one of these power companies. You could possibly spend a little bit less on abiding by those regulations, things like that. But more pollutants will go out there and they will kill people. So previously we'd estimated that change would result in 1,400 deaths. Those deaths will still happen, but they're going to change what counts as a pollutant and thresholds and things like that to make it seem as if less people are dying even though the exact same number are dying. So the proposed methodology would assume there's little or no health benefit to making the air any cleaner than what the law requires. I could probably end there, but you'll be shocked to find out that many experts said that approach was not scientifically sound and that in the real world, there are no safe levels of the fine particulate pollution associated with the burning of fossil fuels. So they're saying whatever the law requires, there's no point in making anything cleaner than it already is that wouldn't save any lives. Nobody outside of the Trump administration actually believes that that's the case.
This is an example of the way that once people in power feel like they can do whatever they want, you just change the rules. You can't. It's not that this is a lawless thing, but if you can't break the law if you make sure the law doesn't come after certain things. So when the rules are in place to do certain things like air pollutants, air pollutants, let's just say, not even indirectly, directly, they just don't exist. Or they don't exist to this degree. Or the things that kill people, they don't really kill people anymore. The whole cancer thing doesn't really kill people, it's just people going to sleep for a while. You just change the rules based off of absolutely nothing and do what you want. Secondly, whenever you have, they talk about how scientists make money off of their findings and their conclusions. These scientists are just trying to make money, make money, make money. When people point that out and you actually buy that argument, ask the very next logical question. How do they make money off of it? How do scientists rake in the dough off of saying things that are scientifically proven after they prove it scientifically? So they're raking in the money from saying you're gonna die from these air pollutants and let's have some standards. But on the other hand,
maybe they have a successful Patreon. I don't know.
There has to. I need some answer because the direct, easy answer is who is making money off of lessening these regulations on the environment?
I could guess.
And then
if the industry,
if you don't get to that industry answer, or when you do you think no? I'm not gonna believe that. I'm gonna believe something that's arbitrary and has absolutely no answer to it.
Well, look, just to make clear, the pollutants that we're talking about here, the fine particulate matter, that's tiny deadly particles that can penetrate deep into the lungs and enter the bloodstream. It's linked to heart attacks, strokes, and respiratory disease. All of those are bad things. I will make that claim. Maybe the Trump administration wouldn't agree, but I don't think that you want any of those things. And I saw in a couple of write-ups about this. So Michael E. Mann is a professor of atmospheric science. He was actually a part of TYT's Earth Day special this year. He said about this change, let me be blunt, Trump is choosing to kill people in order to increase the profits of the polluting interests to which he is beholden. I cannot think of a more craven act than this, and we're talking about a president who is known for craven acts. That is 100% right. It gets a little bit technical when you start talking about pollutant levels and all of that, but the takeaway from this is they believe that they can eke out a little bit more profit every year if hundreds or possibly thousands of Americans are sacrificed at the altar of their corporate greed.
So as presidents, particularly Republican presidents as of late, talk about how it's their duty to protect Americans from enemies foreign and abroad, and they keep spouting those lines. I've been protecting you. All the people that are dying and the people that will die and the people that get sick based off of these types of legislation or changes in rules, they need to be addressed with those too. How many of those folks did you let down, and do you feel happy about that?
Thank you very much for watching this clip from the Damage Report. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell on YouTube to get notifications of our new videos. And of course, you can catch the full damage report live every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on TYT Network on YouTube TV.